Hello, today we will learn about data types. So in this section, we will talk about a very important topic, which is data types. First, let's break this down into two parts. Number one, data, and then types. Data is simply information stored on the computer. Okay, stored on the computer's memory, such as variables. So basically, when we save a variable, when we take a variable, a place in memory is reserved for that variable. Whatever the value we will write in that variable, it will be right on that memory location. So type refers to what kind of data. Okay, so data will be stored on memory, and the type will determine which kind of data will be stored on that particular memory location. For example, let's say we have a variable called name with the value John. Okay, the variable name is the data, and the type is a string because John is a string. Similarly, we can have a variable sum, and the value is 10. So the data type would be integers because 10 is an integer. Okay, so Python has the following standard data types. There are some standard data types which are numbers, string, boolean, list, tuple, and dictionary. All right, so let me write in here numbers, string, boolean, list, tuple, and dictionary. All right, so these are all data types which Python has. So as you already have seen numbers and strings, we will go over the rest in later lessons. Having a solid understanding of data type is very important in knowing what to do with that data. So yeah, you have to completely understand what is a data type and what you can do with that data type. Let's try a simple experiment. Let me remove this, and I will take a number which will be equals to 8. Alright, now what I will do is number plus 4. Alright, so number was 8. 8 plus 4 equals to 12. We got the result. Now let's just try another thing. Now I want that user will input the number. For that, you know that we already have done this, how to take input from the user. Alright, so enter a number. I will enter 8. Okay, so now if I will try to print this number plus 4, oh yes, we got a syntax error. Why we got a syntax error? Because as we already learned that when we take an input, it is always in string format, not in number format. Okay, it is in string format, not in number format, so we have to convert it into integer in case if we want to do any operation like integer. Okay, if we want to do any operation which are relevant to integers, we have to convert it into an integer. So the situation is same here. We have put the same print statement, but we got the error here just because we have not do it correctly. All right, so okay, so basically wrapping a number in quotes turns the number into a string. If we do something like this, number equals to 8. Okay, so this number will turn into string. As you can see, it is wrapped in the single quotation mark. If I do this, now I will print number. It is not in the single quotation marks. So as you can see the difference here. The first number is a string because it is wrapped in double quotation marks. The number is converted in string. It is seen as a string. If I have just do not wrap it around in the double quotation mark, I got it just fine. Alright, let's just take another example. So if I do this, multiply by 8, so I have got 8 times. Alright, because we know that if we put a string, multiply it with a number, it will just give us the number of times that thing. Okay, now 8 equals to 16. Okay, this is remember that this is a string. Now print I am plus age plus years old. Okay, as you can see, we got the I am 16 years around. Now if I do something like this, age is equal to 16. Now I will put this same print statement here again. Let's just do it. Oh, I got an error. Yes, I have got an error because now our age is an integer and we cannot just print like this. We cannot concatenate it with strings. Alright, so as you can see, the typer can only concatenate string. It cannot be concatenate with string to integers. Okay, so checking the data types. How we check the data type? If you are not sure what data type you are working with, there is a way to check it using the type function. Okay, let's just try the type function. Okay, it is integer. Now put it into double quotation. Oh, sorry. Oh, yes, we got it in the string. All right, so this is how we name is Henry. Now type name. All right, so this is how you check what the data type is. All right, so let's move to the next. Now casting. Casting is convert one data type into another. So let's talk about a very important topic called casting. Casting in programming terms means changing the data type. Let's look at some different ways to change the data types. So now we will convert string or float to integer. So let's say we have number equals to 9, which is a string. Now I will do type. Okay, so we got it is a string. Now number equals to int. Now I will again use the same. Okay, so we got the integer. This is how we converted the string into integer. If we do this, we just have to write the int before that number and we will convert that thing into the integer. Okay, let's look into some more examples. A equals to int 4.5. So this will be converted into the integer. Oh, sorry, equals sign. Sorry, 4.5. Alright, now it is converted into integer. As you can see, it has given us result 4. Now b equals to int 34. The string is converted into integer. Now if I print b, as you can see, it is without single quotation marks because it is a integer now. Now if we want to convert int or string to float, for this purpose we have to just do write the data type name and the number in. Alright, so see, we have converted it into the float. Now b equals to float. Now if I print it, see 3.0, I've got 3.0. Similarly, we can convert the integers into the string, but for this you have to write str1. Now you see, if I print it, it will give me in single quotation marks. Single quotation mark, it has given me in single quotation marks. Alright, so Remember when we asked the user for a number in our earlier example, when we try to add, we have an error. Now let's just again do that. All right, let's just again do that. Take an input from user. Enter a number. So number is 8. Now I will just convert this number into the integer. Now the number is converted into the integer. I can do the plus operation just fine. Okay, so we did not get any error this time. Okay, so I think you have understand it now. So this is how the data types works, and that's how you take a number given by user and do math calculations with it. All right, so mostly we will get input from user, and this will always be in string format. And if you want to do calculations, you have to convert it into the integers, or if you want to convert it into the floats, you can also do that. You just need to write this thing. All right, you can also do this when taking input. You can just convert it right away. Okay, so when I will enter a number, I do not I will skip this line, and because we have already converted it, I will write this in here and I will get the same results. All right, so you can do this or that. Okay, anything will work just fine. So if you want to do the coding correctly, you just need to learn the data types. All right, and you need to do some more practice into it so you can easily play around these data types. All right, so I hope you understand what are the data types and how you convert them in one into another, because mostly we need that. Okay, so okay, goodbye.